Hi there, happy Friday. Just a short video today. Apologies for the hair. I've just dried it, I've just been in the shower. Yes, I know I'm having my shower at the wrong end of the day, but who cares? You have a shower when you feel like a shower, don't you? Anyway, I have actually managed to finish something. Not the housework before you get too happy. Housework's not been done. Just the necessary, push the hoover around where I have to. My new TV's now in situ. I've not got one of these huge, cinematographic, whatever they're called, TVs, but it's just a smidgy bigger than the one I had, which means I can now read the subtitles without having to go like that. So I'm quite happy. And my new TV's also got YouTube on it, so yay, I can catch up with everybody. I've got something to say about YouTube, but I'll get through what I've got to get through first before we get to that bit. Well, I think I told you, didn't I? My great niece wanted an Elsa dress and Elsa cardigan at Christmas, and she was convinced that Elsa wore pink. Anyway, she discovered on Christmas Eve that Elsa wore blue, so it's a bit of a touchy moment. Anyway, we managed to convince her Christmas Day that Elsa would wear pink if she had a pink dress. So anyway, I got this Sean's favourite. It's called King Cold Tinsel Chunky. Doesn't feel much like chunky, I have to confess, even though it does say it's chunky. I got mine from Purple Linda, but you can get it at a lot of other places as well. But I chose Purple Linda because I like Purple Linda. I do give them my custom from time to time. You may be under the impression that I buy all my yarn from Turkey, but I don't. Yeah, it says it's tinsel. It does show up a little bit more tinsely now it's made up. It's a little bolero, and I used the pattern, which is the other way around, of course, because I've been knitting with it. Yes, knitted. I did say knitted. It's a James C. No, it's a King Cole pattern, not a James C. Brett. Why do I keep saying James C. Brett? It's a King Cole pattern, and it's 4-4-4-1, and it's a chunky, and it goes from a 20-inch to a 30-inch chest size. Hope you can see it okay. I'm never quite sure because I don't have a camera that shows me what you're seeing. So I'm never sure whether it's, glaring or flaring or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm not putting a button on it because she wants a ribbon. So I haven't stitched the ribbon on yet. So saying I've finished it was a bit premature, really, wasn't it? But to me it's finished if it's finished the knitting. Doesn't even have to be stitched up, but I have actually stitched it up as well. So it did look a little bit small, but if you get hold of it, it's very sort of elasticated, and I think it will grow with her. When I first made it, I thought, oh gosh, that's small, but look how wide it'll stretch. So I think she'll be able to wear this for quite some time. If she's still into Elsa next year, you know what children are like, they have fads, don't they, and then they go off them. Anyway, I also had some Peyton's Festival that I must have bought at some stage. Oh, I thought it was a funny noise and I wonder what was happening. What's it called? I don't know. There's a weird noise somewhere. Perhaps it's me. Popperkeet or something it's called. It's not parakeet, it's popperkeet. Maybe you can see it, I can't read it. But I doubt my camera will actually focus on it. But I did get it from eBay, so it's probably vintage anyway. Anyway, with that one, I also made the same bolero. And it did come out bigger this time. Different yarn, but bigger. Oh, it's got a little, it's not a hole, it's just a big stitch. This one, in this Peyton's wool, again from the same pattern, but as it's a different yarn, it's actually turned out a different size. So we'll see. Again, I'm going to put a ribbon on that. I would have put wider ribbon on it, but this is all the ribbon that I had left. I've got quite a few colours left over from when I had to shop, but it's narrow. I've not got a lot of the 1 inch wide. So now I'm not only covered in my hair, Gigi hair, I'm also covered in tinsel. Never mind. I haven't got much to tell you really, what's gone on in my life, because I lead a very boring life really. If I don't go anywhere, I'm going shopping tomorrow, but only for food. I want to go slow because, you know, I bought the TV, so I've got to pay for it now. You know, I'm so rich I can't afford to go out and buy a TV. I have to have the TV. I can pay for it in instalments, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Anyway, while we're on the subject of money, and also while we're on the subject of YouTube, Zoe 24 Carat Crochet has done a very good video about this, and so has a couple of other people, but I can't remember their names because I'm brain dead. YouTube have now decided that unless you have, I think it's 1,000 subscribers, you can't get monetized. Now, to be honest with you, I did think that that was in place, because I remember reading that bit out to my son quite a long time ago, that you had to have 1,000 subscribers before you could be considered for monetization. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Everybody else seems to think it's just changed. And the thing is, if you don't have, I don't know how many thousand views it is, like I said, Zoe 24 Carat Crochet explains it a lot better than I can. You basically can't monetize your videos. You know, I mean, people like me, I do have enough subscribers, so thank you all very much who subscribe to me. And I do have enough views. But having said that, you would never be rich. Each view will pay you sort of like about a penny or a fraction of a penny or something silly like that. And if people don't watch the adverts that are at the beginning of my YouTube videos, then I probably get nothing. I don't know quite how it works. All I can say is that, you know, I do have a lot of people watching me, thank you very much. Do have a lot of subscribers, but even so, it can take me 3 or 4 months to get to the... They only pay out when they get to a certain level. They don't pay in bits and pieces like what you've earned. They wait until you get to a certain amount of money. I don't know whether it's $80 or $60. But that can take me 3 or 4 months to accumulate that kind of money. So don't think, you know, I'm living off the fat of the land from what I earn from YouTube. But it is just a nice little recognition. You know, it's a little bonus, isn't it, that helps to buy you maybe one lot of yarn or something like that. But what is sort of annoying at the moment is quite a lot of my friends and people I'm subscribed to don't quite reach this 1,000 subscriber. And they're making very interesting videos. They're very well liked and people talk about them, people watch them and everything. And it's just a shame that they will not ever get any little bit of recompense for making these videos, you know. Trust me, we're not in the money. If you're thinking, oh, I'm going to make a YouTuber, monetize it, I'm going to be able to leave work, no. That will never happen. Unless you're a big bod, you know, like one of the big companies that produces videos and gets, you know, so many million, you know, subscribers and so many million views. That's the only way you would ever make a profit out of, well, a wage out of this. Yeah. But what I want to know is, I know who I watch and I know who that you know, need more subscribers. All I'm saying to you is, if you watch people on a on and off basis, but you like their content and you haven't subscribed to them, please do. Please do. Because it's going to help them to survive in these sort of tough times. People are going to get discouraged, aren't they? They've got no incentive that if I reach 1,000 subscribers, then got a chance of earning a little bit of money. Because they put a lot of work into these videos. I mean, I just sit here and chat, so I'm a poor one to talk, but a lot of people put a lot of content in their videos, and they take a lot of effort, and they show you everything, they show you how to do things and everything. And I think it's a little bit mean, you know, that they're not even in the running, or even in the chance of getting 1,000 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Zoe knows the exact number of views they've got to have as well, but I'm sorry, it's just gone out the head. You'll have to watch Zoe. And so as I say, I know who I watch, and I'm going to do a little shout out for everybody that I watch. It's going to take me a while. I may not do it in one session, because I watch so many people that I might be like reading the names out of a telephone book, if you know what I'm saying. But if you don't think that I watch you, or you're not sure I watch you, if you want to be included, if you leave me a comment, you know, with a link to your YouTube, all I want to say is that I will only be promoting crafters. You know, I'm not going to be promoting some 20-year-old skateboarder, you know what I mean? If they're nothing to do with crafting, then I'm not going to you know, promote them. I mean, it's only fair, because if you're in a different subject than we are, then get your friends that are in the same subject as you to promote you, you know? Because otherwise it would just get so silly. Because, I mean, if I was to promote a 20-year-old skateboarder, I mean, 3/4 of you would think, what's she doing? She's gone crazy. We don't want to watch skateboarders, we want to watch crochet or knitting or something like that. So, I mean, there has been a lot of chat on Sian's Facebook page about, you know, who's going to be affected by this. But I'm not going to start mentioning names at this stage. I'm just going to say that I will help all I can, you know, to promote people. And I just beg any of you who are in the wonderful position of having these 1,000 subscribers, that you do the same thing. Look in your friends, look who's not got the, you know, equivalent subscribers, people that you love to watch, people that, you know, are on your favourites list. If you're not subscribed, please do. Please subscribe, because they need to get their numbers up. I mean, there's quite a lot of people that I watch on a now and again, and I'm not actually subscribed to them, but I'm going to make sure now that I do. If they're under that 1,000, I'm going to make sure that I do subscribe to the people that I watch now and again. So I think that's all I've got to say today, really. This debate from YouTube will probably go on for quite some time. So you'll probably be seeing more people with videos like mine. So for the moment, I'm going to leave it. I'm not naming any names. I'm just going to say that I will give shout outs to other people who are struggling to make that 1,000 subs. I mean, I can remember it took me a long time to get to 1,000 subs. So there's quite a lot of new channels that have sprung up over the last 12 months that are really good channels, and I love watching them. But they are new. So you can imagine it's just a daunting task for them to get to 1,000 subscribers. As I say, it took me quite some time. I think it was years before I got anywhere near 1,000 subscribers, yeah. But it does help if you get people known and you help them. We all have to help each other, don't we? This is what we are all about, the crafty community. You know, I don't subscribe like to bitchy type of videos, you know, where people are a bit, how can I put it, holier than thou. You know, you've watched them, haven't you? You must do this, you don't knit with this, you must knit with this, you can only use these needles, you can only use this crochet hook. I did a video about that many years ago, a couple of years ago about that. You know my thoughts about that. Use what you want, crochet, knit with whatever you want, makes no difference. If you're happy and your work turns out to your satisfaction, I don't care what you use. You can knit with string if you want to. I'm not a snob. I don't criticise anybody for using whatever they want. You could knit with barbed wire if you felt like it, but you might not have any fingers left. But, you know, I do get a little bit about some of the videos that do preach a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We've seen them, haven't we? You must knit with this wool because it's the utmost, and I won't ever knit with anything else because it's so fantastic. I'm sure you would love it if you bought it. No, no, people buy what they want, what they like, what they can afford. You can afford that kind of yarn, good on you. I'm not jealous, I'm not anything. You just knit with what you want, you crochet with what you want. But for me, I don't have a preference. I'll float about. The only thing I have a preference for is not using wool for myself. But that doesn't mean to say I wouldn't buy wool or I wouldn't use it for anybody else. I'm not anti-wool or anything like that. It's just I itch. Itch, itch, itch. It's not nice to see me itching and look like a monkey. So, anyway, just bear in mind that. Just have a peruse through your favourites. Just look, and if you're not subscribed, or if you think that one of your friends would be interested in that video and would like to subscribe, recommend it to someone. You know, we can all help each other. It's like, you know, Chinese whispers, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? If you like somebody, tell other people that you like them, yeah? If you watch somebody, tell other people that you watch them. That way we can get around all this nonsense that... I mean, I would like to know if they still put videos on the videos of the people who haven't got 1,000 subscribers. Where does that money go? Where does that revenue go? I know we're only talking pennies here, but those pennies mount up, don't they? If we earn a penny every time somebody viewed, I don't know what this, it's probably not even a penny, it's probably not of a penny or something. But if we earned that penny every time somebody viewed it, and everybody who doesn't meet the criteria and they still put adverts on their videos, where do those pennies go? Is it one other way to get more money or something like that? I don't know. I'm not clever. I haven't worked it out. I'm sure someone has. Anyway, it's nearly weekend and I'm going to settle down. And I've not got any knitting or any crochet. I need to find something to do, don't I, before I sit down and watch my TV. I've got a couple of hibernating projects, but I don't really feel like digging them out at the moment. It started raining again. I did manage to go to the chemist before the rain started, but it's still not been nice enough for me to take photographs for Etsy. And I have to pay for my new TV somehow, don't I? So how can I sell things on Etsy if I don't put anything on it? You know, people are not going to come into my front room and say, "What have you got to sell today?" Oh dear. I am feeling a lot better though, actually. I have perked up quite a lot. So, I think it's, well, it was the weather, because the weather was okay for a couple of days. It wasn't exactly wonderful, it wasn't exactly sunny, but it was bright. Yes, we did have hailstones, but with hailstones the sky was bright. It's like when it snows, the sky is bright, isn't it? And that's what affects me, is the dark and the dull when it's raining. You know, when you look outside and you think it's about 5 o'clock in the evening, and it's not, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. But it looks like it's almost time to go to bed. That is the bit that gets to me, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go before I waffle on anymore, but do bear in mind what I've said about who you watch on YouTube, etc, etc. And quite a lot of us are going to do shout-outs, it's not just me. You know, we're just getting this little sort of round robin going, or whatever you want to call it. And try and help each other out, because that's what we're here for. The crafting community is very generous to each other. I'm not talking about donating yarn, donating wool or anything. Generous with praise, generous with helping each other out when they've got a problem and things like that. That is what I mean by helping out. So if you know you can help somebody out, just click on subscribe. Do it for me. See you all. Bye now.